What's going on, everybody? Easton here with Down South Expeditions, and today we're going to be talking about the top 8 2019 plus Ford Ranger mods that you can have for under $200. So let's get right into it. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. I think you'll get a lot out of this. I know when I first got my truck, wheels, tires, suspension, all that kind of stuff, bumpers, and most lighting was way out of my budget. There was no way I was going to be able to just throw down $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 for suspension and wheels, tires. And that's just some things that most people do whenever they get a new truck. That's not really something in their budget, and neither was I. So I'm doing this video for you guys who just got their trucks and are ready to just spice it up, make a little bit of your own without breaking the bank on super expensive, just all kinds of different off-roading parts. So number one, we got the Tailgate Emblems. As you guys can see here, I have the Tailgate Emblems on my truck as well. They look really nice. You can get them in all types of colors, regardless of what color truck you have. You can mix and match, and I believe they make American flag ones as well. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, I'd always like them as one of the first mods that I did to my truck, which was just super easy. It's about $20 or $30. Like I said, or I may not have said this before, but all the products in this video are going to be linked in the description. So if you guys can help me out, those are Amazon affiliate links, which would just help me make a few dollars and keep doing these videos, upgrading all of my gear to show you guys so you know what to get for yourself. So $20 or $30 on Amazon. You can get the embossed. They're not really a vinyl, but almost like a cardstock type material. They stick on the back of your tailgate, and they just look really nice. Alrighty, so while we're hanging out on the back of the tailgate there, go ahead and let's talk about the Tailgate Dampener. Everybody has been wanting a Tailgate Dampener for their Ranger, whether you thought about it or not. You wanted one because your buddies or somebody that you know, they have that F-150, that Platinum, F-250, and they just hit the button on there. Well, you're not going to be able to hit the button on yours, but they unlatch that tailgate, and it just slides down, and you unlatch your tailgate and it just drops, and it makes an old nasty noise, and it scares you, and it's just not nice. So Tailgate Dampener, they're about $50 or $60 depending on what website you get them from, and they're just a nice feature to have, especially if you had your hands full and you really can't, just let your tailgate down nice and easy. Now obviously you can drop it, it's not gonna hurt anything, but having that Tailgate Dampener on there is just a nice little thing to have. Alrighty, so number 3 on our list. This one's going to be a little more pricey than the Tailgate Dampener and the embossed letters. This is going to be some plastic floor mats. Now, you can get plastic floor mats from the dollar store for about $10-15, but that's not really what you want in your brand new Ford Ranger. They just don't look good. So some of the ones that I've seen that are the best bang for your buck while still being a nice quality floor mat, it's probably going to be the Husky liners. As you can see here, they just contour the floor really nicely. They're going to look good over time. I've heard that, well, as a detailer, I know that Husky liners are very easy to clean, and you can typically, with just a little bit of degreaser, all-purpose cleaner, you can get them back to black and throw on some non-grease but water-based dressing and make those things. And because of the specific rubber that Husky liners are made out of, when you do put like a dressing or something on there to just make them look new again, they don't get slick like WeatherTechs do. Now, if you were wanting a WeatherTechs, those are about $200 or $300 for a set in the front and back, whereas you can get Husky liners for the front, both front seats and the rear, that whole middle section there, for right up at that $200 range. Or if you just want the front two, I believe they're about $150. So floor mats, get them. They're going to save your carpet. The carpets in the Ford Rangers, they're not up to par. If you've ever gotten an F-150 or a nicer 250, the carpets in there is really plush. They're easy to clean. On the Ranger, it's basically like a felt liner, and they're just impossible to clean. So just save yourself the headache and get some floor mats. Number 4, so we're going back outside of the truck here, and this is going to be one that, especially if you're just getting in the game, a stock truck it's just one of the best things. Now, if you guys are XLT or below and you don't have those really nice LED headlights like the Lariats have, you're probably wanting some better lighting on the truck. I know that was one thing that I immediately noticed, is that The halogen headlights, they're good, but especially if your truck is stock, that rake definitely takes out a lot of the casting that your headlights could have, and they're just not the best. So the Rough Country 20-inch light bar for the front grill piece of your truck. Now I know you guys are gonna be like, Easton, Rough Country, nobody likes Rough Country. Well, Rough Country's made it on this list twice because I've used Rough Country stuff. It's good products. They've got good warranties on everything, and the stuff that I'm telling you guys about is not like a crazy suspension or anything like that, but it's just what it is. You can only be so good. But I've had Rough Country lights on my older Toyota. Rough Country 20-inch light bar mounts really nicely up there in the grill of your Ford Ranger, and they're really bright. Even the 20-inch light bar from Rough Country, especially if you can fit the stack light bar in there, the single row is probably not going to be that bright, but nonetheless, when you are on those back roads or just on your way home from work, it just helps you to see a little bit better. Those deer, you can kind of pick them out of the woods a little bit faster with some LED lights versus the stock halogens. So Rough Country light bar installed, all the bracketry and everything like that, all the wiring is going to run you about $150. So I think that's something that you should absolutely invest in. Alrighty, so now that we're on Rough Country, I'm just going to go ahead and get this next one out of the way. I had this on my truck for the first few months that I owned it, and it just does its job. The Rough Country, it's a 2-inch leveling puck that goes right above your coil. It puts a space in between your coil springs, your coilovers that come on the truck, and it wedges between there and the shock mounts, and it does exactly what its job is. It lifts your truck up, and it gives you a better stance. Now, it's not going to improve your ride. It might make it worse. It's not going to hurt your miles per gallon. That literally does nothing. And it's just cheap. I mean, they're $100 straight off of Rough Country's website. If you're a guy that can do it himself, great. Then it's $100. And I remember when I had mine done, I think it was around $210, $15 to get them installed on both sides. Now I know that might be a little high, but at the time I definitely didn't know how to do that kind of stuff. So knowing that I took it to some trained mechanics or suspension professionals, even though it was just a spacer block, I knew that I was going to be good rolling down the road and not going to have any issues. Number 6. Now this is going to be one that's kind of an exception, but not by much. The blow-off valve. Now obviously you guys know if you've got a 2019 Ford Ranger, they are turbocharged, and if you've looked up some different videos of Rangers with blow-off valves, it just really makes the truck have a lot more pizzazz. When you let off the gas, that sound, it's just cool, and you can get them on Stage 3 Performance and a few different websites for $209, shipped free to your door. I mean, that's still considered $200. I mean, most of these items, if they are $200, it's probably going to be $5 or $6 in shipping anyways, so you're still at that same $200 price point. So, and I know if you order on Stage 3 Performance, I believe over $150 purchase, you get free shipping. So that works out just fine. Blow-off valve for your Ranger. I don't have one yet. I'm going to get one soon, but from what I've heard and the people that I know who have them, they're just awesome. So if you're asking for a little more sound, a little more mechanical feel to your truck than just being silent all the time, I would recommend a blow-off valve. Alrighty, so maybe you've gotten your blow-off valve, and you're like, nah, this ain't enough. Well, I'm going to have a video coming up shortly, guys, but I will go ahead and put a clip in here of what my Ranger sounds like now, and the next one, number 7 on this list, is going to be a simple muffler delete. Now, this is not a replacement. You take it to your exhaust shop nearby. Anybody can do this as long as you know that they don't have bad welds. It cost me $50 to have mine cut out. It took them about 20 minutes. They cut the muffler out. They weld in a piece of pipe there. It's a piece of exhaust pipe. And you get a really nice, deep, raspy sound to your Ford Ranger. It is not annoying. It does not drone on the way down the road. If you get on it, you can definitely hear it, which is nice. Cranks up in the morning, that cold start. It does not sound high pitched. It's actually pretty deep, which I didn't expect. I figured it was actually going to be pretty loud and obnoxious, but I tend to love it, actually. I was going to just see how it sounded and then later on maybe get an exhaust. But after just doing a muffler delete on my Ranger, it totally changed the sound of it. And honestly, I think it gets up and goes a little bit more now. I don't have any tuning. I have a cold air intake on the way. Those are a little bit out of our $200 price point for this video. But I'm hoping with the cold air intake and a muffler delete, I'm also going to get some miles per gallon back. So for about $50 or $60, you can get a muffler delete for your Ranger and just sound better. All right, guys. So number 8 on the list, the last one, and this is probably one of the coolest ones, and also one of the easiest to install yourself. So that's going to be the painted to match emblems. You can get these on eBay, and you can find them on Amazon, but mostly on eBay or Etsy. These are the painted to match emblems. I have them on my truck. I'll get some clips for you guys of that. But they're just really nice. The ones that I've had that I got off of eBay are still tip-top shape. They've been on there for over a year now. They haven't faded, no chips, nothing like that. And they're just really high quality. These are going to come in around $180 to $200, depending on what seller you get them from and how much your shipping charge is. But even after my left shoulder surgery, I was still able to get out here and put on these emblems by myself. So if I can do it with one arm, you guys can do it with two. So tailgate emblems, definite must. The chrome, unless your truck is a chrome truck, if you're kind of going for more of the blacked out look or you've got a color scheme that you're going for, you can get these emblems painted in almost any color. So there's really no reason to not get them, because the blue chrome just doesn't sit well with me. I don't know why. But the black and gray, the magnetic color, really looks sharp on my truck, and it just tones it down a little bit, because the black and gray, especially if you're going for that black theme or just any theme, the chrome just doesn't go with it. So that is also going to be linked in the description. That's going to be it for us, guys. If you're interested in a $100 or less, or a $500, $300, you name it, leave it in the comments. Like you guys know, I answer basically every single comment that I get on the channel, and I'm really fortunate to be able to share this stuff with you guys. We've been doing really well lately. Hopefully, we're going to be getting some just new stuff coming up. Got a new camera, all kinds of camera gear, so we're trying to up the quality for you guys, and I'll have a video of the installation process of the Relations race wheels. Then I think it's the version 1 Dom rock sliders. You guys are going to love those. This is an awesome product, and I can't wait to share it with you. And check it out. Use them, abuse them, everything in between. So thanks for watching today, guys. I appreciate it. Easton Brandon with Down South Expeditions. If you don't mind, hit the subscribe. I need them. So peace out. Until next time. See you.